How's it going, guys? Chris here at my home theater. Got a brand new video for you today. It's movie review time today. Excited to get this in a day early. We're going to be talking about Dune Part 2 on 4K UHD Blu-ray. And I opted for the Steelbook. So that's the front. It's the back. That's what the spine looks like. This is what the inside and the Blu-ray disc looks like. The 4K disc is in my player. I just got done watching it. So this came out a few weeks ago. Don't know the exact date, but it came out a few weeks ago on digital, and I bought it. I don't have a Kaleidoscope, so I'm not getting the exact same experience that I would on the 4K. Or what I would be getting on the Kaleidoscope, which is going to give you the same thing as you're going to get on this. So it was good, and I really thought about doing a review on it. I even shot part of the review, and then part of the way through it, I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I've done that in the past with streams that I thought was really good. Did it with the camera and stuff. And those videos went really good just because the movies were awesome, because we didn't really have anything on 4K for any of that. But I didn't want to do this to Dune. I wanted to wait till it came in, and it came in today. So let's dive right into it and let's talk about it. The image quality on this movie is extremely good. The picture, to me, has a very good quality. Didn't see any kind of issues with it. It's better than the stream. You know, everything we're going to talk about is going to be better than the stream on these 4K discs. So I'm going to try to quit talking about the streams and just focus on the disc. But guys, honestly, this movie was fantastic on the disc. The picture was smooth. Had just a hint of what I would call like film grain, so it looked a lot like cinema. So it wouldn't, had any kind of digital look to it or whatever. I just thought that it looked really good. Not a lot of colors in this, unless you start talking about explosions. When they're at where the Emperor or whatever. On their planet, so you get some greens there, and different areas you would get little hints of different color, but for the most part, you're gonna get those golds and browns and whatever, the sands and the rock and under the underground and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, the picture quality is impressive, especially like when you get into the explosions. The reds and the oranges and everything from the explosions pop really good. And I just like the way they look. I like the way they shot the film. Everything, the CG stuff, it blended to me. I thought it blended well. I didn't see any kind of, different looks between CG stuff and practical and real stuff. I mean, it looked good, guys. No issues there. I just think it's a beautiful film. Now, I mean, you're not going to put this in my opinion, and really show off the system, your projector or stuff like that. But it's a beautiful shot film, and I love it. This right now, this is probably one of my favorites. 4K releases this year. It looks really good. But as good as the video is, we've just talked about the sound. It's definitely in Dolby Atmos. I did not catch a whole lot of front wide stuff. I could normally hear stuff, but I kept getting up and listening to see if I had anything out the front wides. And honestly, I didn't catch anything. So if you got a 9 bed layer speakers like I do, I really didn't hear anything out of that. But I tell you this, every speaker other than that was lit up just about the entire movie. I mean, if it was a scene where there wasn't a whole lot going on and you had just them talking at the center of the screen or whatever. I mean, there was some wind, there was some birds chirping, there was some kind of animals making noise. There was something something making some sound. And I love a movie that has good ambient effects, especially if it's mixed right. And guys, this one was mixed right. Any kind of ambient sounds, like I say, wind and birds. I mean, it was very prominent in the surround speakers and in the Atmos. Now, this thing had, in my opinion, well, not my opinion, it had a lot of Atmos effects, and I could hear stuff. It depends on the scene. I need to start writing stuff down, but I get into the movie so much. I mean, I hate to have to pick up a remote, pause it just so I can write down Chatner reference. And I know I've had you guys has asked me to do that, and maybe I will at some point. But I mean, a lot of times you can hear stuff swirling around. Not necessarily just like in both speakers at the same time, but you could hear one over here, and then it might go to the one over here, and stuff like that. And I can't tell you if it's better to have 4 or 6. I have 6. I mean, is it using all of them? I don't know. Maybe sometimes, but I mean, it's just the way it's mixed. So, the Atmos effects were really, really good in this movie, and it blended in so well with the bed layer speakers. I just wish they would have done something in the front wides. And I swear, guys, I listened and listened and listened, and I didn't hear anything. So maybe this movie, I mean, you can tell. I mean, that's why I got up to check my speakers. I wanted to make sure that, hey, I'm not missing something. I mean, everything's calibrated and so good, but I had to check. I mean, when something's there, you can tell. So there was nothing there that I could see, or I could hear, I'd rather say. So the Atmos effects in this movie is really good. The surrounds, I mean, dialogue was crystal clear the whole time, even when stuff was going on. And there was times when it got overwhelming. There was stuff blowing up, stuff coming to front. When those guns on some of them ships were shooting, I was like, what in the world? I mean, it was just, this mix is very aggressive, which I like. I know the first movie had a good aggressive mix, and this mix to me is good or better. I don't think it's worse. I think it's equal, I should say, or maybe a tad better. I mean, it is a very, very aggressive mix on the sound, and like I say, when some of those guns were firing, hey, it put your speaker to the work. I ain't talking about just subwoofers, and I hadn't even got to that yet. I mean, it really put your speakers to the test, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was just messing around the weekend. I didn't have to work, and I was listening to the last Jurassic World, and I noticed something in one of my surround speakers, and I checked it and didn't really think about anything. It was actually my right surround. So again, in this movie, it showed up. I've got a bad speaker. I don't know if it's the tweeter, if it's the woofer, but something's popping. So when you get these movies that has that aggressive, punch to the surrounds, I mean, it gives your whole system workout, not just your front stage, but your Atmos. I mean, it is aggressive on the Atmos. It's aggressive in the surround speakers. And I absolutely love the mix on this movie. So with that being said, luckily I got 2 more surround speakers that I was going to use for my front wides, but I ended up using the FXIA4s. So I've got to replace it. I was going to do it here in a little bit. It's getting a little bit late, but I still may do it. I got to take the fabric. I got to pull the fabric. Anyway, that's another video for another time. So I'm digressing. But the mix for this movie is extremely aggressive. So definitely, I mean, honestly, and I'm fixing to get to the sub part. I actually had to lower my subs 2 dBs. It was that powerful. And, I actually lowered the volume on the movie a couple, and I mean, I wouldn't listen to that reference, but for some reason my it's loud. It's loud. So I really like the mix on this. So now we're going to talk about the subs. And I'm sorry I keep looking down, guys. I'm still getting used to this camera up here, and I feel like I got something on my head from work. I come home and change my clothes, and I got a little bit of grease on me. I apologize. And I hadn't shaved or nothing yet, so I just wanted to try to watch this movie. It's kind of long, so I didn't try to waste any time. I came in and, get right to it. So let's talk about the subs. Guys, this movie will put your subwoofers to the test. I mean, if they're not just banging and blowing up stuff and extremely shaking everything, you can't hear it and it's shaking everything. So there is some sub low frequency bass in this movie, and I love it. I absolutely love the low end, and it's the entire movie. I mean, from the opening scene, when I guess that's the harkening or whatever, he makes that low voice and stuff. It'll about blow you off the couch time the movie comes on, which I mean it did it in the other movie too, but this one just seemed more aggressive, and the whole track in this movie, the subs, everything is just out of this world, guys. There's I can't count how many scenes they are that really, I mean, you could demo them. You can demo these scenes. There's stuff. I'm telling you, you better mind your volume on this one. Like I said, I had to turn mine down a little bit. I had to crank my subs down a little bit. I don't run them hot, but there is a lot of bass in this, and I had to actually bump mine down. But guys, I tell you, and I don't know anybody that ain't gonna buy this movie, but if you are on the fence about it, pick it up. It's available tomorrow. I'm still getting used to this. It's available tomorrow. And like I say, luckily I pre-ordered this steelbook the day it went live. I pre-ordered it because I wanted to make sure I got it, because I got two different versions of the first one on steelbook. And I got the very first Dune, the first one, the old one, on steelbook. So I mean, I'm trying to keep it going. So when the third installment comes out, I'm gonna try to get the steelbook on that too. So, guys, if you're on the fence about this movie, which I don't think many people are, it's a great film. It is a great film. It is a fantastic soundtrack. It's got Hans Zimmer score, the music, the sound, the visuals. I mean, people call it a masterpiece, and it's pretty darn good, guys. It's pretty darn good. So, guys, Dune Part 2, available tomorrow. I know some people got them last week. I seen a bunch of people on Facebook posting they got theirs last week, and it's Groove, whatever the name's Groove, that shipped mine early, which was pretty cool. So, guys, that's my review for Dune 4K Blu-ray UHD. It's a winner. I don't think you would be disappointed, and definitely check it out. Available tomorrow at whatever stores you got to sell them. I think most of us is probably Walmart, and maybe if you order them from Amazon, but Walmart is getting a lot better. So that's my review, guys, and we'll catch you again soon. I have Godzilla -1 on the way. I ordered it May 4th. I know Shane Lee's already did his review on it, and it was spectacular. Now, I don't have a way to do subtitles, but I'm trying to figure something out. I do have a Plex server set up, so I may try to figure something out. But I don't want to rip this thing just to have a subtitle, man. I want to watch the disc, even though, hey, I don't know Japanese, but I know Gajira. I mean, hey, Godzilla's coming. I mean, I understand that part. So we got that coming. We got a few other movies. I got The Crow. Thinking about doing a video on that. So anyway, good things are coming. Got more movies coming up. So guys, y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you again in the next video.